Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. You may be seated. Good morning. My name is Marissa Taylor, and I am the Vice President of the Class of 2022, and it is my honor to welcome everyone to today's commencement ceremony. I would like to start by thanking the audience, the band, the choir, the staff, and above all, the graduates for making this day possible. Well, graduates, we made it. Some of us have spent the past 12 years in this corporation, and others have only been here 2 or less. But that doesn't make this moment less important for anyone here. And you know, I can't say that standing up here today feels much different than it did 4 years ago at our first freshman class meeting. We were all so young back then, and all we wanted was to get the flyer from the auditorium and get out of there as quick as possible. And now that I think about it, the biggest difference between then and today is the fact that when you get this special piece of paper, you'll actually keep it for once. I know a lot of us have watched graduation ceremonies as band members, choir members, friends, and even younger siblings, and I'm sure you all thought this moment would never come, and although it can be a little bit scary, I assure you that we're all ready for the next chapter of our lives. Whether you plan on going to college, joining the workforce, or entering the military, it's important to remember that we all have Owen Valley High School as a common background. And, as Mr. Boltinghouse has trademarked this year, we are all a part of Patriot Nation. So graduates, if you would, do me a favor. Look up, and as you look up, I want you to think about all the memories you've had in the gymnasium. The basketball games, the pep rallies, practices after school, all of it. And then I want you to look to your left, and I want you to think about everything that's happened in the classrooms, the halls, everything throughout the last 4 years that has helped make you the person that you are sitting here right now. And then as you look to your right, think about the memories in the cafeteria, the parking lot, the football field, and reminisce on the good times, including, but not limited to, Patriot time at the football field. Now look forward, sit back, and enjoy the moment. I know we're all anxious to end this. We have graduation parties, and some of us are having family over, and we want to get with them. But I just encourage you to sit back and enjoy this moment because you only get it one time. So take a deep breath and soak it all in. Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2022, Dev Patel.
Good morning, class of 2022. I am Dev Patel, the valedictorian and the treasurer of your class. I would like to begin by thanking all parents, faculty, staff, administrators, and my fellow graduates for making this day possible. First, as treasurer, I would like to announce our senior class gift. From the funds that we have raised, we are giving the school money to buy a new and updated version of the Patriot mascot. This will replace the one that we currently have and allow us to bring more Patriot spirit to our sporting events and pep rallies. Earlier this month, when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to say in this speech, I began wondering about the most important message from my life that I wanted to share with all of you. I realized, looking back at these 4 years, that the memories that we created are precious and something that we may have taken for granted. Today, those 4 years come to an end. After today, we will not be able to create more high school memories, but we'll only be able to remember them. You see, memories are the best thing that we will be able to take with us today. We may not see each other again after today. Some will go to college, or go to the military, or go get a job, or even move to a new city to create a future for themselves. But wherever we go, our memories will accompany us. Many of us have been eagerly waiting for this day to come, so that they can move on to bigger and better places that their future holds. But in the bottom of our hearts, there's going to be a feeling of emptiness, because we are losing what we have worked so hard for the past 4 years to maintain: friendships. Today, I want all of you to recall those favorite memories that you've had with each other and remember the best days of high school. When you leave today, remember those football games where you were either playing hard or cheering hard. I know that this year has been one of the best for the history of Patriot football, but there's more to it than winning. We created everlasting memories during those moments. I personally remember some of my favorite moments of high school. I remember painting the letter T on my stomach so that I could stand in the front row of the football student section with my friends and proudly spell out Patriots. I felt like an Owen Valley Patriot that day, and I want to always remember that feeling. I invite you to remember your favorite memory of being an Owen Valley Patriot, or maybe just a memory of enjoying your time with a friend. We should continue to live those moments again in our hearts. Continue to remember the days where you were stressing out over your math test that you forgot to study for, or writing that paper last minute before it's due and hitting submit minutes before 11:59. Remember your band performances and choir concerts that you worked so hard for. Remember the sport that you played, whether it be basketball or tennis like me or something else. And remember how you played as a team with your best friends. Remember both the good and the bad. Remember the dread of being the last class to take ice step. Remember eating lunch with your friends and watching people play basketball, or lunch ball as I call it. Remember our trip to Holiday World and the fun that we had there. Remember prom. We've had 2 really great proms, and this year it felt back to normal again. I know that everyone was just living the moment at prom, including me, but now take some time to remember and appreciate the time that we spent with each other so that we can take the memories with us. Memories live forever in our hearts, and I most certainly want to take those memories with me. Now, along with those big events, continue to cherish the smaller memories of high school. Remember rushing to your next class before the bell rings. Remember the anything but a backpack day and the canoes and shopping carts that we brought. Remember the hype at pep rallies. Most of all, remember the amazing moments that you shared with a friend. Make sure to keep them close and dear to your heart. Don't lose contact with your friends. They are the single best thing that could ever happen to you in high school. After graduating today, our memories will continue to live on and keep us together forever. Thank you, and congratulations on graduating. And now, please welcome our salutatorian, Brock Rosenberger.
For those of you who don't know me, my name's Brock Rosenberger, and I'm your class of 2022 Salutatorian. Before I get started in my speech, I would like to point out how competitive this class was. We finished the year with 19 students, I believe, with a 4.0 or higher GPA. So let's have a round of applause now. The race for the number 2 position was incredibly close and ended up being determined by 0.01%. I would like to thank all of those seniors who pushed me to finish where I did today and graduate number 2. But at the end of the day, class ranking is not the most important thing we are to take from high school. I think along with memories, it is the other lessons that we've learned through this wild journey. Possibly one of the most important lessons is how to deal with change and being adaptable. Thinking about the change we have already overcome, I immediately think of COVID and everything that we had to go through that time. We had to learn from home. We lost out on our sophomore spring sports season, and we lost on opportunities to be with friends. But we overcame this. We finished as an incredibly accomplished class academically, and our sports programs are stronger than they've ever been. On the topic of sports, let's take a look at our football program. Our freshman year, how many games did we win? None. Our sophomore year, we beat Cloverdale. And our junior year, we won 3. But then we had a change. I remember when Coach Gibson came on, and I was nervous. I think a lot of the team was nervous, but we embraced this change. And looking back on our senior season, we finished WIC conference champs, sectional champions, and we had a record of 11-2, and we beat Edgewood 54-7. Football wasn't the only sport that had to deal with change throughout our 4 years in high school. Both boys and girls golf changed head coaches, along with baseball, track, girls tennis, and boys basketball. And there might be more that I'm not aware of. Classrooms changed as well. We had changes in teachers all around the building, looking at the engineering classes, the shop classes, the ag department, JROTC commanders, and the choir, or the band. But we had to overcome these challenges, and all of us did that in different ways. Our time at Owen Valley could be very easily summarized as constant change. But this change has prepared us for the world that we will be entering soon. As each of us go off, whether it be to college, military, or the workforce, these things that we have learned in high school will stick with us and prepare us for the changes that we deal with throughout our lives. Thank you. And at this time, I would like to introduce a local community leader and the owner of Babs Supermarket, Robert Babs.
Let's do one, stand up close. Let's do one thing first. As a senior class and other students here, let's give a nice a round of applause for these people here that have encouraged you and helped you and been there for your whole lives. If we could, I'd like for us to just take a few moments of silence and remember Mr. Dyer, Mr. Lou Moak, Mary Ackerman, and one of the best alums ever, Kirby Stogstall. Thank you. Well, May is my favorite month. It's an exciting time. Kentucky Derby, the bugle call, my old Kentucky home, the warm sun returns, the grass, the trees, new hay coming up in the fields, roses, people planting gardens, farmers out in the fields, Things are moving again. They're moving. They're going forward. Winter has been conquered. We have a renewed appreciation for all things. The prom, junior high picnic, back in the day we had it, I don't know if you still do. Achievement night, the scholarships, honors, field trips, and the last days before we change the school year. 6th grade to 7th, 7th to 8th, 8th to 9, so on and so on. Little Mr. Fulford there. Senior class moving forward. The economy moving forward. People moving forward. Everybody's going. Senior class has been leaders. The school hierarchy. Role models and examples. People, when I was a freshman, I looked up to the senior class. Actually, in the building where I went on Hillside, the junior high and high school were in the same building, so we walked the same hallways. We ate in the same lunchroom. And for me, that was the class of 1970, who will, 2 years delayed, have their 50th reunion today at the IGA building. I'm going to be there. I want to see those people again. Some of them I see every day. Some of them I may not have seen since my freshman year, their senior year, last year for Spencer High School. We'll reunite again, probably as freshmen and senior. We'll talk about what they did, and they'll talk about what we didn't do. Some can't be there, and some won't be. They're gone. I remember when the graduating class of 70, that last week of school, and I think in those days they got out like on Tuesday or whatever, and we had to go the whole week. But they came back for preparation for graduation. And my first, and basically first unofficial introduction into my freshman year was as 8th graders, we moved up and played in the band so the seniors could graduate. It was awful nice of us, wasn't it? Yeah. But a little bit of emptiness. They'd always been there. They'd always been there. Seniors had always been there for us. And just a little melancholy, reflective. You look back to kindergarten, all the way through school, that senior class was there, always. They gave us a sense of okay and protection and trust. We had a lot of trust in the senior class, as the kids today do, all of you. You know, the chicken down at the fairgrounds, that was at the Frosty. Vay and Joanne Carpenter owned the Frosty up by Boston. I remember Jim Decker at Tressler's. Pizza Pantry was where Burger King Speedway is. Becky Livingston's hair salon was Wally Coffee Station. Farm Bureau Co-op is where Spencer Trailer, Car Wash, and Dollar Store is. Rex and Rosalie Wilson had a home sitting where Dairy Queen is. That home is now out on River Road. Fox OV, where I learned a lot of my education at that bull shippers table there, some of you know. Buyer's Furniture now. So things are moving forward, things change. Like 3 young people just in front of me mentioned. The class of 71 was the first senior class of Owen Valley. They never got to go here. The building was 1 year delayed due to some difficulty. The 72 class was the first senior class to go here in this building, but they graduated at the gym on Hillside. The class of 73, we were the first graduating class in this building. And we weren't sure. The bleachers didn't come in until April 20th. That was a Sunday. May 20th, 1973. When Mr. Fulford, Mr. Hunter, Mr. Griggs, Mr. Wormuth said, whew, Babs is gone. Remember, when you get away from here and you go places, some of you will maybe stay around, and that would be fine with us because we realize we have to do some changing here, and we're doing it to offer you folks and your families to want to live here. The library we have, I can't imagine a library being any better in a town of 2,200. Our My Path Foundation, the Tivoli. My bicycle and Tivoli were about the two places other than the gym and the marching field that I spent most of my time. But don't ever forget, you kind of got your start here. And it may not be as exciting as living in the city, big town, but I've never been so glad in the last 2 years to live in a small town like this. Investments. You can invest time, you invest money, and you invest trust. Your teachers, coaches, friends, aunts and uncles, grandparents have invested in you. Your parents have invested in you. And they've got the MasterCard and Visa statements to prove it. Nobody goes through life without help. My dad said that years ago to the high school kids, when nobody goes through life without help. When you get out there in life and you get up on plane, volunteer somewhere. Be part of an organization. It helps you get to know people. They may have a condo in Key West or a boat on the Kentucky Lake, and you might get to go, season tickets to favorite ball team. More than that, volunteering is the rent we pay for living in a good community. Now look back at the tire shop that John Truex used to own, and there was Franklin's before that, and Bob Raper before that. 3 good businessmen, hardworking, in the same location downtown. Litton's IGA, Deacon Phillips store, Snyder's Meat Market, and May Insurance, where the parking lot is to the IGA. The Evening World, T. Perry Wesley. Wish you all could have met him. John Gillespie and Mimi. Tom Douglas. Norma Griffin. Fern, Sarah, Junior Falk, all the ones that were the heart and soul of the Evening World all those years. But there's some things that are here that are new, but have always been in your lives. The YMCA, the library where Owen County State Bank used to be, McCormick Street Elementary, Boston Scientific, Cook, and the Tivoli reopened in April 13, and it was closed several years before that, so I'm calculating a number here, 18, doing the math, because I went to Oak Valley. So you guys actually have some things in your life that have been in your life the whole time. You never knew any different. Growing up is not easy. Growing up is not easy. I know. A lot of my friends know. My parents knew it. Didn't mean I didn't get in trouble from time to time, but a lot of people invested in me. My coaches, my teachers, their time, money, and their trust. I'm grateful. As Joe Drescher says, kids are still our best investment. I've got this card here. That's a graduation card. I've had it for several years. I just want to read it before I close. It's got 4 boys, probably about 9, 8, maybe 7, running in the ocean, coming to the shore. It says, best are friends that know who we've been, know who we are, and know who we hope to be. I think this class of 2022 is going to really be something. And we give you blessings for a happy and healthy, successful life. And just when you get out there and you're partners with Elon Musk, don't forget about us here. The Owen County Foundation is a good place to invest. Had to get that in because Janet, but it's an honor and privilege for me to be here. When they called me, when Marissa called me, I said, well, I did this in 2017. Are you sure the teachers know I did it? And she goes, yeah, that's okay. And I'm thinking, never did I think I'd talk 2 times like Mr. Dyer. Thank you.
Seniors, at this time it's my pleasure to announce that you have met the requirements set by the Indiana Department of Education and Superintendent Klein. You may proceed with the presentation of the diplomas.
Mercedes Murray Arnold. Brittany Ann Arthur. Timothy Giuliani Scott Baker. Emma Solis Balt. Cadence Ray Beckwith. Nora Jane Beeman. Haley Ann Berline. Shakira Rose Bowling. Chloe Marie Brewer. Riley Matthew Brock. Clarissa Miriam Brown. Logan William Kane. Isaac James Carpenter. Isaiah Lee Carpenter. Abbott Russell Church. Caitlin Marie Collier. Grace Elaine Correa. Logan Joseph James Coda. Mesa Ellen Julia Cotton. Grant Spurlock Crow. Matthew Ray Crum. Brianna Claire Davis. Noah Samuel Dean. Avery Angelique Dorman. Serenity Adeline Douglas. Kendall Rose Drake. Ian Connor Duncan. Graciana K. England. Justin Lee Featherston. Coleman Ray Feltner. Madeline Renee Fincham. Cammie Joe Forston. Ethan Joel Fortenberry. Haley Nicole Frank. Brianna Raylee Freeman. David Stephen Ray Freeman. Cheyenne Raven Folk. Ethan Ray Folk. Haley Michelle Gatliff. Nathan Michael Goss.
Abigail Marie Guy. Zachary Aiden Hamilton. Jana Evangeline Hansen. Lucas Riley Hendershot. James Matthew Daniel Hendrickson. Dylan James Herbert. Aubrey Lynn Hogan. Elizabeth Marie Hooker. Riley Paige Huffstutler. Keaton James Hunter. Samantha Ray Jarrett. Sydney Lynn Jemison. Austin Dean Jenkins. Elizabeth Ruby Johnson. Gage Riley Kale. Jeremy Jade Kilgore. Marina Kaylee Knierim. Abigail Jean Lanham. Emma Grace Lanham. Briar Stephen Leacock. Jada Dawn Lewis. Megan Marie Locke. Sarah May Manuel. Jose Manuel Manzano. Jerry David McBee. Madeline Elizabeth McCullough. Sean William Paul McDaniel. Delaney Rochelle McPhee. Jason Michael Means. Abigail Elaine Miller. Elijah Steinway Miller. Matthew Len Miller. Nathan Kane Mobley. Maura Willa Music. Zachary Wayne Newport. Ethan Joshua Nichols. Jaden Dale Paget. Caden Christopher Paquette. Dev Mahesh Patel. Abby May Path. Emma Rayanne Potter.
Paige Christine Potter. Emily K. Prine. Emily Rochelle Reagan. Jessica Lee Renner. Michael Connor J. Rude. Samuel Allen Robinson. Brock Elliott Rosenberger. Jeffrey Matthew Sayer. Alexandra Jean Sartell. Trent Angus Schooley. Chloe Elizabeth Sharpie. Haley Paige Hokalani Smith. Brandy Jane Spurlock. Gavin Christopher Stevens. David James Stone. Dylan Michael Strite. Marissa Lee Taylor. Dylan Michael Thrasher. Elizabeth Marie Trader. James Michael Truax Jr. Gavin Von Truesdell. Payne Michael Wagner. Olivia Louise Wainscott. Zoe Danielle Wainscott. Lily Grace Wallace. Megan Rose Weddle. Josie Lane Wesley. Corey Jessica Lynn Westgate. Kayla Jean Whitaker. Danielle Ashlyn Lee Wilkins. Audrey Ray Wood. Elijah Trey Wood. Chloe Morgan Wood. Ryan Eugene Brewer Woodward. Emily Renee Wright. McCartney Lynn Wright. Richard Theodore Wright. Keegan Schuyler York. Owen Andrew Young. Tyler Matthew Young. Please turn your attention to the Patriot Choir.
First of all, congratulations everyone on receiving your diplomas. My name is Alex Sartell, and this year I've had the honor of being the president for the class of 2022. Much like my fellow peers, I'd like to start by giving thanks to you, the families and teachers from the class of 2022. To start off, I'd like to extend a big thank you to our teachers. Thank you to the teachers that have mentored and coached us these past 4 years. Some teachers have put in so much extra time into making sure we've gotten to this point, and I'd just like to remind you how appreciated you are. I remember my sophomore year when my English teacher, who's also a coach, mentioned there are days in the winter he doesn't even get to see sunlight because he's at school for so long. I would just like to say one more time that the class of 2022 is sincerely thankful for your dedication and time. Next, thank you to our families. The families that did not let us quit when things got hard. The family members that encouraged us past our limits to achieve things we did not know were possible. The people who showed up, made signs, gave us money, drove us to and from activities, especially our underclassmen years. And most importantly, thank you for loving us. Without your love, we would not be here today. To the families that have supported and loved us, please know it is the love that has made the families and the love that has made a difference. Now, I'd like to shift my attention to the graduates. Let's take a moment and thank each other. Let's thank each other for the friendship we have provided one another these past 4 years. I'm sure right now we all feel that these past 4 years have simply flown by. But throughout this time, we have built bonds with one another that has helped us get through all the challenges in life. We have all held supporting roles in each other's stories. Whether you've always gotten along with your peers or not, there is no denying we owe the people who we are today to each other. I can't speak for everyone, but I would not change my high school experience for anything, and I am so proud to be a part of the class of 2022. Do you guys realize how all we've accomplished? Like Brock said, we have 19 people with a 4.0 or above, but we have several below having a 3.999, all the way to people ranked in the 30s still having above a 3.8, and others ranked in the 60s and 70s still having above a 3.0. We are one competitive class with one of the highest percentages of college-bound students in recent history from Owen Valley. But no matter what your plans are, I have no doubt in my mind we will all go on to accomplish everything our hearts desire. This chapter of our lives is coming to an end. It's good to be excited for what is to come, but also remember to look back on this journey with appreciation. Look back at the early morning coffee runs and late night basketball games, calculating the lowest score you can get on a test and still manage to be okay, rather than actually studying. Cherish making friends with the goofy exchange students, and take time to remember putting on your dresses and suits to dance to first class with all your friends at prom, or throwing on your jerseys and lacing up your cleats to win a sectional championship, or even a uniform for ROTC or a high school job. Remember taking that deep breath before marching on the field or taking the stage for a performance. You know, all of these little moments collectively make up our high school experience, and we'll forever be connected through these moments. We must cherish these moments, but even more, cherish the moments we've had with our 3 fellow classmates that have passed away. I know Bailey Little, Justice Helderman, and Briley Mayo have been with us on this journey and will continue to be with us in our hearts for the rest of our lives. They were all kind, loving, and caring students who have helped shape us all. It is tradition to have a prayer during the graduation ceremony, so I'd like to start with a moment of silence for our dear friends. Dear Holy Father, thank you for allowing all of us to be here today with our beloved families, friends, and classmates. You've granted us courage and determination that we have used to make it to this moment. Help us all to grow with these characteristics, as well as to allow us to have strength, perseverance, the ability to adapt to any challenge, and be always willing to lend a helping hand. We are sincerely grateful for these past 4 years and your protection and grace throughout this time. Please continue to protect us as we go through life finding our way. Allow us to be successful and strong, and always hold the class of 2022 close to our hearts. Amen. Now, may I ask the graduating class of 2022 to please rise. It's officially the end of the ceremony, and that means it's time to turn our tassels. Graduates, please turn your tassels from the right to the left. And congratulations, you now graduated Owen Valley High School.